Welcome back to Money Magazine. Once the exclusive preserve of the military, drones have made it to the consumer market after smartphone technology miniaturized electronic components and pushed down production costs. Zella Chin reports the industry is now surging to new heights.
A beautiful Tuesday morning in Saikung. Antonio Souza is a graphics designer. He took a day off from work to play with his new gadget, a drone. It's a remote-controlled aircraft with a camera for aerial filming.
Last Christmas, a close friend started playing with drones. I wasn't that interested initially. After watching him play a few times, the things that he filmed got me interested. Compared with ground footage, the angles and shots taken from up in the air are completely different. They are more interesting.
He joined this drone course to polish his flying and filming technique.
Today is actually my first attempt to use drones over water and learning about teamwork. Everyone was spotting the drone from different angles and also learning about camera movements, how to film the coastline to make it look more beautiful.
And use goggles to get a drone's eye view of the scenery. Antonio spent $20,000 on his hobby, the bells and whistles plus how-to courses.
The purpose of this course is to learn how to film with a drone properly, because I think aerial cameras or drones are not toys. If you can't handle it well, people may get hurt. That's why it's necessary to learn the basics.
Ultimately, he wants to use his new skills for freelance work. Ming Liu organized the outing. He's been offering lessons for 2 months.
I'm also a drone user. I would like to share my experience I learned in the past few years. We want the public more understand the drones because drone is a very useful equipment. I think the industry needs a better foundation to cause the industry can be growth.
The lessons are a loss leader for Ming. The goal is to get students to buy drones from him.
Through the class, we know we can contact more people. After that, some of the buyers will come back to us, ask our advising what the drone they should start, what kind of drone they should buy. So through this channel, we can do some business.
He has a background in manufacturing toys and remote-controlled planes. He started selling drones through his online retail shop 3 years ago. His profit margin on drones is 20%, and on accessories 30%. Turnover was 12 million Hong Kong dollars last year. He says drones have taken off thanks to social media.
Nowadays, more of the people, they would like to share what they're doing daily. They will shoot some video, photo to share on the Facebook and YouTube. And drone is a very good equipment to let them to do the same things. I can foresee the drone business can go up every year.
Most of the world's drones are made in mainland China. AEE is a manufacturer based in Shenzhen. It started making drones for the military in 2011, but had plans for a consumer product line.
These past 2 years, the mass enthusiasm of aerial photography and the desire for its application have spurred our consumer market promotion.
This is the company's first mass-produced drone for consumers. It's supposed to be simple to use, even for newbies like me. Now, Mr. Tao here is a house pilot. He's taught over 1,000 employees how to fly drones, and he's going to teach me a few moves today. Mr. Tao, what do I need to do?
Okay, just take this remote control, forward, and go up.
Flying, check. Next, camera work.
That's yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Piece of cake.
No. What do I do? What happens if it crashes?
Don't move it. They will hold 1 point.
Okay.
With the GPS.
Phew, that was a close call. I'll need more practice to fly solo. It costs $400 to make the consumer drone and retails for $699. 2014 sales was $30 million. Major markets were the US, Europe, and China. Consumer drone sales made up 35% of the company's total revenues. The chairman has high hopes of becoming a 10 billion yuan company in 3 to 5 years.
We have to expand our factory and research and development. The R&D base is about 50,000 square meters big, along with a 100,000 square meter factory. But I feel that with growth in our drones business and also military drones, the facility is definitely not big enough for our development.
She's renovating 2 buildings nearby to expand the company.
At a distance of about 2 kilometers in full HD.
At a lecture at the Asia World Expo last month, we caught up with the market leader in drone making, DJI. The company was founded in 2006 by Frank Wong, a student at the time.
He actually used his thesis project at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology to develop a stabilizer so that when you're flying a helicopter, it will hover in place and stay locked where it's supposed to be. And that was a huge breakthrough for this technology.
Today, the company is valued at $10 billion and has 70% of the global drone market. But the competition from makers such as AEE is heating up.
The challenge for them is that creating a stable flight controller is quite difficult. The flight controller is more or less the brains inside the drone.
It's currently raising new capital to create partnerships with established tech companies. The lecture was part of a mobile electronics expo, and drones were the highlight.
Maybe we just take it as a toy. Yes, just to play for fun.
I like them because they're shiny and they can fly.
It's the first time the aircraft have made an appearance at the expo.
We have got the demand from the buyer. They're looking for some innovative products. So when we're putting drones and mobile electronics together, we can attract a lot of good attention from the buyers.
Of the 1,900 booths, only 1% were selling drones. In 3 years, Wong expects 10% of exhibitors will be showing off the gadgets. Drones have propelled new businesses.
I've been flying remote control helicopters since I was quite young, and for all that time I've been wanting to put a camera on the helicopter, and finally this technology was made available, and I thought now's a good time to get into it.
Oliver founded a production company in 2013, specializing in aerial cinematography with drones.
We've done quite a wide range of jobs, ranging from short film, TVC, feature film, some on the beach side, some for residential buildings, and for documentary is going out to Guangxi. Sometimes we have to hike out to tops of hills or mountains.
When he started, only 3 companies offered drone aerials, and now there are at least 10. Oliver pilots a drone, and his colleague records video. The average rate is 40,000 Hong Kong dollars for 8 hours of filming.
Coming into the end of last year and this year, it seems everybody wants to get some drone footage. It's like, it's almost as if they're saying, if there's no drone footage, there's something missing within our production. So it's been really, really busy now.
Before a job, Oliver submits details of the flight plan to the Civil Aviation Department.
CAD will review that, and for the first time that you apply with the CAD, you have to go through a flight test with them to see that you're proficient at flying, that you understand the rules and regulations, and yeah, that you are capable of flying in a safe manner and responsibly. And from there, they will offer a permit to do that flight.
For recreational flights, no permit is needed if the drone or unmanned aircraft systems weighs less than 7 kilograms, doesn't fly above 300 feet, nor overpopulated and congested areas.
I would like to see the CAD have a licensing or a certification for pilots. It would professionalize the whole industry, almost like an insurance against later if something does happen, a recreational flyer does injure somebody. We have been assessed. We know what we're doing. We've been flying professionally for however many years.
In March, the privacy watchdog issued guidelines to minimize intrusions, requiring flashing lights when shooting video, announcing operations on social media, putting corporate logos and contact details on drones, wearing clothes with corporate logos, putting up banners at launch sites. Rather than hinder business, drone makers think new regulations will bolster business opportunities.
With a clear regulatory framework put in place, small businesses will start being able to more easily incorporate it into their workflow. Right now, the lack of clarity in the regulation prevents people from necessarily knowing what are the safe, legal, and responsible ways to incorporate the technology into their life.
There's still a lot of uses and directions that it could take that it hasn't been fully taken advantage of. Aerial photography and video can apply to a lot of different situations. And we do some surveying. I think there's still quite a lot in terms of search and rescue, fire services.
As the technology gets better, more businesses will use drones to reach new heights.
Well, thanks for watching. Next week on Money Magazine, the risks and rewards of your robot investor. Bye-bye.